Hey guys, Shadowz here. Welcome back to another Gears 5 video. Today we are going to be discussing the Flashbang grenade tuning changes, EU server improvements and more in Gears 5. With the newest installment in the Gears of War franchise, Gears 5 officially out there in the wilds of the public space for over a month now, the community have been able to engagingly react to every aspect of the game, and while I do personally believe from a core gameplay experience, Gears 5 is by far the most polished multiplayer we've ever had. The game, like every other video game out there, has its very own issues and problems. The Gears of War community is filled with some of the most passionate gamers that I've ever seen, myself included, who goes to the lengths of being inked for life with a Gears tattoo. This game and just franchise series means everything to us, and luckily with our constructive feedback, TC have been playtesting a ton of gameplay changes which they are finally ready to start discussing as we do move forward. The first call of action is what TC are calling arguably their biggest piece of feedback that they received so far, and that is for the flashbangs. Flashbangs are intended to fulfill the role that Smokes used to fill during Gears 2 to 4 as a way to flush out opponent players from strong defensive positions and force the fight, with the community feedback and TC ensuring that while the flashbangs are a critical part of what allows modern Gears to work, it shouldn't be at the sake of a good gameplay experience, so it's time for some changes to be made. On October 8th, a live update will be issued out to make two key changes to the flash grenades, with bigger changes expected as part of the mid-October title update 1.5. This Tuesday, today, a flashbang duration will be reduced from 1 second to 0.3 seconds, and the default loadout grenade selection will be switched from flash to smoke. The coalition go on to explain these changes by saying the following: "Our intention behind the reduction of the flashbang duration is to move it to a very small window of denied vision, allowing the other player a tiny moment of opportunity to make their initial move. While the stun length remains the same, players will now be able to better react and reposition in incoming fights after taking a flashbang hit. Secondly, smokes are an integral part of the Gears 5 meta that deny critical vision, allowing for pushes and flanks that otherwise could be difficult in certain situations, to encourage their use more and potentially reduce the volume of flashbangs used in the match. Players will spawn in with a smoke by default and will need to select flashbang when picking their loadout before spawning. Within the Title 1.5 update, as I mentioned it earlier, flashes will be seeing another huge change with the removal of the ability for flashes to work through cover, which puts them in line with the old stunning smoke grenades in the previous Gears games. In further detail, TC explained this flashbang change by saying, "This will make the positioning of flashbangs far more important in order to flush an opponent from cover. This will reduce the instances where players can just throw it in carelessly, such as towards the objective in King of the Hill, and still get rewarded because that hill circle every single match is just a flashbang spam heaven." I personally feel like these flashbang changes are a step in the right direction, but in the end would rather see them be a map based pickup similar to shot grenades, easily placed in the TDM spawns of every map. This would create a true universal loadout as every player can only spawn in with a smoke, bringing a much more pure essence form of the Gears experience to Gears 5 multiplayer, but I'm not super confident TC would ever go to that length of a permanent loadout change. Next up, if you guys watch my live streams over on my Twitch channel, EU connections have been my biggest complaint of the game so far, just because for people like myself in the UK or other European countries, we've been experiencing nothing but high-end ping games, resulting in a lot of people not being able to enjoy the unplayable laggy matches. But the news is officially here, as TC have announced that improvements for EU connections are now actually live in the game. On Friday the 4th of October, TC deployed a update silently after discovering the root cause of the issue, and I surprisingly, playing Gears 5 last weekend at the same time, did notice that I get to experience around 20 to 30 ping almost every match now, which is awesome. If you are like myself, you do live in the UK or maybe are based in Europe, the fear of lagging 90 to 120 ping matches should now be a thing of the past, and we can enjoy the game as intended. Beginning on Saturday, October 12th till Monday, the October 14th, double escape character XP will be activated, making the grind for characters and their personal unique skill cards a lot more easier, which of course can be earned while completing the Operation 1 Tour of Duty medals associated with the game mode. Nash's only King of the Hill is being added as the upcoming featured versus playlist special event game mode for the next week. This game mode is actually my all-time favourite just because it combines two things that I love about Gears, which of course is the up close and personal wall bouncing and mayhem Nasher gameplay and the team orientated objective in King of the Hill. Lastly, for new content available in the Gears 5 store, we have for the weekly rotation, New Wave Lancer, Niles Nasher, Mock Crying Expression, Lone Soldier Banner, Rock on Mark, Chrome Steel Lancer, Chrome Steel Nasher, Chrome Steel Snub, Chrome Steel Talon, and Chrome Steel Boltok. The upcoming week of supply content includes the classic JD character skin, Relax Nasher, DB Retro, Sorry Global Expression, Lancer Hammer Away Execution, Jester Cat Blood Spray, and the Sledgehammer Mark. Finally, the coalition are also teasing that the mid-October 1.5 title update will also include new character models added to Gears 5, which, if you guys remember, brand new base characters can be either earned or purchased, with exact details being revealed next week. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think. What is your guys' opinion on the Flashbang changes? Have you been experiencing better connections in the EU servers? And what new characters would you like to see that is going to be added in later this month? So there you have it, guys. Full details on the Flashbang tuning changes, EU server improvements, and more in Gears 5. Give the video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I shall see you in the next one.